Queensland has just dropped the speed from 25 on the footpath. Imagine that, 25 kilometres an hour on a footpath, and these devices can now do 100 kilometres an hour. The thing is out of control. The politicians are all turning a blind eye to it. No one has proven that there's any benefit or any use in transport. They're not removing people from cars. They're not putting them onto public transport. And the most important thing is people are now fearing walking, and when walking is the best form of exercise we can do as a nation.
You have been researching how e-ridables are regulated overseas. How does it differ from Australia?
Well, the problem is I can't give you a precise example because every state and territory is so different. In Adelaide, or for instance, it's 15 kilometres an hour, but you can go on the footpath. In New South Wales and Victoria, you can't go on the footpath, but you can go on the road at 20 kilometres an hour. These things are neither fish nor fowl. They don't belong on the footpath, they don't belong on the road. They're not insured. If you get hit by one, there's no insurance. In some states, you can ride a private one. In other states and territories, you can't. What we're saying immediately, every one of these devices must have a number plate. In Singapore, they've regulated them well. They must have number plates. You must have a licence. I mean, in Queensland, you can get on a Segway, and if you've got a child at the age of 12, the child can come with you on another one. A 12-year-old riding a 65 kg Segway on the footpath is deadly for any young person or old person. The whole thing is out of control. No one's looked at it and asked what are the benefits. No one has asked, is it really removing people from cars? It's an absolute farce. And we ask the politicians to justify them. Why are we making the footpath so hostile when walking is so important? How many of these trips could be taken when people could walk? In our view, they're nothing more than a toy, and no one has proven otherwise.
Why is there a disconnect with the rules and regulations? Is it maybe a matter of tech developing faster than the rules which can govern them?
I think you've just said what it is. Technology always precedes law, and law takes so many years to implement. And now we just don't have the laws that cover this. You've just seen 100 kilometres an hour on something that's got 8-inch wheels. You've only got to look around Australia since the floods. Look at the potholes on our roads and imagine an 8-inch wheel hitting one of those potholes. Imagine that these devices aren't insured. Imagine if they kill or injure another human being where there's no, apart from regulation, no insurance. You could end up being a quadriplegic, a paraplegic, where the lifetime care costs are about 20 million with no insurance.